got Oktoberfest right around the corner. Believe it or not, be here before you know it. Every year we've borrowed a kegerator from our good buddy Oli, which we appreciate, but it was time for us to do something about it. So we're gonna do the chest freezer kegerator, or Keezer, and it should be pretty easy, no big deal, and will allow us to hold, I think, 3 kegs, maybe a 4th on standby. We're gonna have 3 taps, and we normally have 3 beers at Oktoberfest. And you know, if we order 6 or 8 kegs or whatever we get, and we end up with some left over, now we'll actually be able to keep it cold and possibly even sip on it through the holidays, as shocking as that may sound. But the last few years we've ended up like sitting the kegs around, and they get hot, and we put them in the refrigerator eventually in containers, but you know, it just doesn't, it hadn't been worth a damn. So anyway, made this a solution. Got the chest freezer that Jeremy ordered for us from Lowe's. It's pretty cool, or it looks like it should be cool. Picked it up today, drove it up here in a flood, but I'm sure it's wrapped in plastic and stuff in the box. It's even wet at this point. But and we just had a power outage out here for a couple hours, and power's back on now. So I'm trying to cool the barn down a little bit, get set up and get ready. I went and picked up chop saw up from the shed and got it here in the Pioneer. I'm trying to let it run. It's still running rough, bad fuel or whatever. That's been an uphill battle. Sort of get the idea. Probably needs to be shaved down a little bit, but not much. I'm gonna see if I can do this without snapping my damn hands off, because these spring-loaded hinges, you know, are gonna try to pull in as soon as I lift up on this. So we'll see what happens here. And I got to get rid of this sensor as well, sensor probe. So I'm having a whole nother issue. All right, here we go. This is the old measure 12 times cut once. See how it goes. That's what we're after. Trying to put the most not free side out and down, but you know, always very little difference, but could be a difference. Once again, trying to make sure I'm not doing something totally stupid, which I'm really good at. Yeah, that's about right. I want to screw and glue these together. And yes, I could have mitered these, and a better woodworking person absolutely would have, but that's not me, so they didn't get mitered. Mitered? Is that right? Yeah. And it just gives us held together what it's going to look like, in theory. See, rubber mallet's slightly better than your hand, unless you just want to hurt. Yeah, that should work out. All right. So now I'm gonna wood glue it. Probably should have already done it, but just wasn't 100% sure. So, you know what, it's set. I don't think I'm gonna wood glue it. Screw it. I don't feel like realigning everything. I mean, I did that intentionally. I didn't forget it, believe it or not. I'm gonna make sure it's all lined up, but now I don't feel like realigning it. We are. Alright, put a little bit of wood filler on it, so I'll sand it now and maybe you won't see the screw holes, etc. No. Never perfect, but it'll be better than it was. This is about the closest thing to that, at least the darker areas. Got a lighter can too, but everybody seemed to think this was the one, so let's see. So we're going to put one coat on. Taps hadn't come in yet, but when they come in, I'll drill this out and then put at least a second coat on. think my wood puttying job is too fantastic, but oh well, made the attempt. Never claimed to be a wood welder. Decided why I'm at it. This one Primo Taco Bell bar stool has been sitting outside for, actually somebody threw it in the dump, one of our dumps, and I dug it out a year or so ago. I don't know why someone did that, but it's been sitting outside, and I'm gonna put a little paint on it while I'm doing this. Why not? I always use one more bar stool. This is probably half-assed at best, but whatever, better than nothing. In some of the videos, guys were talking about they line up the taps to one side, and they don't equally space them, because I guess then you got more hoses, harder to get the kegs in and out. So I think that, I don't know, I could put them all, I think I'm gonna center them. My buddy Jeremy's pretty OCD, so it'd probably bother him if they were off center. We don't want that. And the spacing is 3 to 5 inches. I'm gonna put them 5 inches apart in case we ever want to put some custom tap handles on there. We've got room for that too. So centered, 5 inches apart. That's the plan. Can't remember, I measured 12 times. Cut, hopefully one. And I know the whole thing's probably not level, but I'm gonna just check with the level straight edge for the hell of it. Alright, so the taps, I believe, are a 1-inch opening, I believe. Cool. Yep. Tempted to use a hole saw instead of a drill bit just to make it a little neater, if the hole saw is deep enough. That is it, and it is a, well, no, it is a 1-inch. Well, shit, 25 millimeter. How did I get that wrong? I wouldn't call that 1 inch, but okay. Well, the hole saw is not going to work because the hole saw is not deep enough to go through that 2x6. So I should have known that. Now we know 1 inch. It's got to be a butterfly bit. Of course, I don't have a 1-inch butterfly up here, but I have a 7/8, which, damn, that's close. Damn close, but might be no cigar. Alright, back with what we need. 1 inch. Uh-oh. 1 inch. Old drill bit. That's really bad. Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to sharpen this bit. Alright, we'll see. Sharpened drill bit. Never done that before. Alright, struggling with the drill bits here. So I'm going to drop back to the hole saw, which is kind of where we started, sort of. yeah. Oh shit, well, right set up would be better. Alright, it's pretty snazzy. Oh yeah. Heck yeah. It's gonna be good. Real good. See if we can get some more holes drilled. I'd had to go check on Chase, make sure he was bush hogging in the right spot, but he was. It's just weird, the sound travels funny up here, and I don't know, it's weird. So I was, done. I was about to actually stick this thing on. I just wasn't wasn't satisfied with the wood filling job, so I'm doing it again. 3 times the charm, and maybe it'll look more sealed up and more one piece than it did. It just, I don't know, the gaps were showing up. I mean, literally I could see where there could be an air hole still, which I just don't want. See, you can still see the screws barely, but I can see them. We just ain't gonna roll like that, because then I have to look at it forever. And I'm in no hurry, so I might as well slow my roll and, get it where I'm relatively, or at least more happy. And it's still going to be far from perfect, because I'm damn sure no woodworker. But better than it was, in theory anyway. So this, I don't think the screws, actually, I wish I could tighten the screws in some more. I was afraid I'd countersunk them too far. So obviously shows what I know. I got some old wood filler here that I'm using up, but that doesn't help. It's okay. Yeah, that screws out too far, but I'm not gonna try to mess with that. I don't know, it must have backed out some, maybe. If that's the thing. With pressure treated. Alright, last time I'm gonna paint this damn thing. I think. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. Filled it and sanded it again. It's because I keep not being satisfied with what it looks like. And it will look a little better this time. Still going to be far from perfect, but perfect's not what we're shooting for, thankfully. Because if we were, we'd be screwed. Try to get this cleaned up, ready for silicone to stick the top on. And I've also got some reinforcing brackets where the hinges were. It should hold in there tight. I've got some extensions for the front up here if I want to sheet metal into the interior of the freezer, which I don't think I do. So I think we're going to be good. I see a lot of guys don't put anything other than just silicone. So we'll see. Oh yeah. All right, that's what we're talking about. So that will be what we got. So the shit hits the fan, or the truth meets the asphalt, or whatever. Rubber meets asphalt, something. Everybody's putting a real heavy bead on to seal it up good. Makes sense. Alright, here we go. About like it's supposed to. All right, got the collar on, got it drying, got some weight on top. I know it kind of looks like circuits or something, but that's just to add weight. I tried to set the lid on it, but this looks like a temperature sensor cable here from adding the collar is too short. I don't have enough length, so I popped this side panel off. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of working with the wiring in here to reroute this around to get some excess. No big deal. I'll get it done and move forward. All right. Good.
Got plenty of slack too.
Yep. Sweet. All right. Well, so it worked out. I've got some more slack pulled out of the cable, and I have to reattach it down there in a couple places. But anyway, it'll work, and this lines up correctly, it looks like. So we'll get all this screwed down, get that cable and put back together. All right, I'm gonna put some reinforcing screws in here, which again a lot of guys are not doing, but I'm gonna add them, and then we're gonna deal with the hinge brackets. I'm gonna let it sit overnight, dry up before I start opening and closing it. But we're about, I don't know, 88% done. All right, so I plugged these up with scientific paper towels while I turn this on. Make sure it got cold. Oh yeah. Looks like there should be beer in there. And beer there will be. I'm just finger tightening these. Make sure everything fits. Do the hoses a little later when we get the kegs in, so I won't have it 100% complete, but everything other than just the actual hose connection. So fairly sweet. I'm considering putting an extra brace in here. I hadn't decided yet. I really don't want to drill into the side of the freezer, but most guys don't. And I mean, I've got these braces in the back, of course, so I don't think it's going anywhere. I may just wait and see if it ever breaks loose, and I'll add some, but I just think it won't look too neat. And got Beer Pete here. We're going to get started. So what are you thinking?
All right, what I'm thinking is we get a 2x4 and bring this out like this.
Yeah.
And then have it over enough, then we'll take another piece and stick the thermostat on that.
Okay.
It'll be on a swivel.
And that's not going to be in the way we're sliding the kegs in?
We can set it over here, and we'll put our O2 or CO2 bottle here.
Okay.
And there's your CO2 line. And what I did was, when I put a 2x4 there, that brought it up. We can do that against there if you want, but to get your thermostat, to get it, I've tried taping it on here. I've tried leaving it in here.
I've seen guys drop it in a carton of water. Yeah.
People do that too.
I mean,
you can do that. What I've done is just taken it. On my 2x6 one, I just draped it over the side here. I get the basket, but my CO2 bottle, I get a 20-pound CO2 bottle, and it sits outside. But we could figure something out, or you can get a bucket of water or a jug of water.
I mean, the water, that's just for, so supposedly it registers a little more accurately or something. I mean, it's not important to me. Yeah. But I guess we've got a sensor wire, so I didn't know if I needed to pop a hole.
No. But we're good?
Up just ahead. Yep. Good out there. Yeah.
All right, yeah. All right. Really good, buddy. All right, we got a chisel or screwdriver.
Yeah. Well, that worked out better than I was expecting. It wouldn't have worked out that well for me. I'd have wrestled with it the rest of the afternoon. All right. You know, I don't know about you, I've gotten to where I just about have to work by myself, because if somebody's talking to me or something, I screw everything up. I'm serious. I've just had to tell everybody, hey, if I'm working on something kind of meticulous, I'm not being rude, just don't even come talk to me. I know, which is crazy as hell, but...
No,
Did you find the hot water?
Yeah.
That shit is hot. I mean, hot. No, there it is.
There you go.
Uh-huh. See? We are like. Huh.
That's why, like I said, I got screens that go on mine.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see it all. Yeah, I mean, everything right now from here on out is
All downhill.
it's all down.
I like that.
Now, I will warn you
Uh-oh.
that those ears right there, they do break off. Okay, what you want to do with this is turn this up.
It's on refrigerator now, not freezer.
Oh, this is a refrigerator?
Or, yeah, it can be either one.
Oh.
That's why I was thinking we didn't need that.
I just thought this was strictly a deep freeze.
No, it can be either one. That's when I told Jeremy, I said, I don't think we need the sensor thing. But we still, there's no precise controlling of the temp on that. It's just
Yeah.
it's just cooler or warmer, just like a refrigerator.
I had you spend $30-some.
Oh, I mean, that's fine. I mean, if I thought maybe you wanted this, or we needed this too, just so you can dial in, you want it at 34 degrees.
Well, you're not going to get that. It's going to vary by 2 or 3 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah?
All right, set on 36 degrees, 61.
61 is just current temperature?
Yeah, it's the current temperature inside here.
So what you want is ultimately those numbers to match.
Yeah, yeah. It'll kick on, I think, 2 or 3 degrees below that, or it'll kick off, and then it'll kick back on.
All right, so do you have that then all the way turned down to
Now I got to set it about the middle of
freezer?
I
Okay.
guess.
Because I guess in theory, if that's not set low enough, it would never reach it.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. If you want to put that sensor, I've never put the sensor in water, but it makes sense. Because what happens is when I pick my lids up and check them, I check them every couple of days for leaks, just because I'm anal.
Okay. I'll get a little milk jug or something, put water in it, drop it in
there.
Yeah.
Let's grab some beer cakes.
Yeah.
Some beer cakes.
I like that.
And my other system is simple. I can brew a 5-gallon batch. My big system, I can brew 10 gallons, and it takes me 8.5 hours by the time to start and get everything clean.
Mm-hmm.
That's brewed. That's in a
5 gallons, 8.5 hours.
5 gallons is like 4 hours, 4.5.
Okay.
In my small system,
Mm-hmm.
it's what they call an all-in-one.
See, my cautionary tale would be that I would say, oh hell, life's short, and order that, and then I would do it once or twice, and it'd be too much of a pain in the ass, and then I'd be trying to put it on Facebook Marketplace to let somebody take over. Yeah,
okay.
for half price or less.
Well, if that's the case, get a 20-gallon one, and I'll buy it from you in 6 months.
Well, that's it. I would probably start much smaller if I ever decide to do this, just in my semi-retirement scenario.
I do my own recipes, and I mean, you can bumble through it.
Well, how did you decide? How did you gain the knowledge to do your own recipe? I mean, how did that?
I've been doing this, and it was like, okay, I want to play with some my own stuff. All right.
How's our tent? Pretty close. So that did tighten down enough?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I'm glad. All right, one more.
Sweet.
If you lose, it's typically in these fittings here. We have beer on tap.
Man, that's what I'm talking about.
That is a London Porter.
We got some coming out. Is that to be expected?
Whoa.
All right. It's a good sign.
Yeah, I didn't mean to make a mess.
Oh, that's all right. I get some
stuff. Dog's like, all right.
Oh, yeah, they will drink it. Go ahead, Carmen. Enjoy yourself. She loves beer. You're making a friend there.
I wish my dogs would drink beer. They'd be in seventh heaven.
Yeah. I actually have to be careful that you don't overdo it. So so you said London Porter?
Yeah. What what I've done, Carl, I've got tap handles with the beers written on them.
Mm-hmm.
But what I brought along with me is a piece of flexible chalkboard,
Oh, cool.
and we just cut a strip here and then write on it with liquid chalk.
Oh, well, there you go. That's a good idea. I was about to start whip out some blue tape and
You can do that too.
and marker it.
I did that. That's what I did to begin with. Was just blue tape, painter's tape, and write down what it was. But yeah, you got London Porter here, you got Barnyard Ale here, and then you've got the alt beer, which is the Dunkel
All right.
that you guys had.
That was my
That's
favorite.
what you guys did. If you got a glass, we'll pour some.
Buddy,
I'll show you how those creamers work.
Promise you I've got that. Go, drunkard. What's wrong with you?
Okay, this is the London Porter.
All right, London Porter.
Let's bring it down a little bit. All right, since it's the first one off the keg, it's gonna fall.
Mm-hmm. So, is there any theory to not drinking the first bit on the new lines, or?
You can toss it if you want.
I'm not one to toss beer generally, but is there any?
Some people do, some people don't. I drink it.
There you go.
And this one was.
Yeah. And you're saying alt beer? What is that?
It's just a darker beer.
But why is it called alt beer?
Because it's where it originates from.
Mm-hmm.
Is. Yeah, Cologne is where Kolsch is made. Dusseldorf is where that beer is originally. The alt beer is originally from Dusseldorf.
But what's strange is this looks like a darker beer.
That's a porter.
Okay.
That's a little less dark than a stout.
Okay.
And a Guinness is a stout.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, now they'll clear up. Right now they're pretty foamy, and in the truck they shook up.
Mm-hmm.
There's sediment in the bottom of the kegs.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff's not pasteurized, so it's gonna be cloudy. The longer it sits, the stuff will drop to the bottom, and you'll have a good clear beer.
Cool. And when you were just adjusting, and what do you call the adjustment?
That's just your flow control.
Okay. And you back it down to try to combat the foam, or yeah.
If you saw when it was all the way open, it was just, the beer was flowing. The first couple beers I always find out of a new keg are always fun.
Mm-hmm.
And
all right, this is an inappropriate container, but we'll go with it anyway.
Right here's part of the problem, is that it's all the way up to 20.
So too much CO2?
Yeah. You want it around 10 to 12.
10 to 12 on the CO2. Okay.
Set that at 10. It's going to take a minute for it to settle out.
That's the thing of beauty.
That porter's going to take a while to settle out. Yeah, with it being jacked up to 20 psi, it's going to take a few pours to. Try your porter. You like dark beer?
Love dark beer.
I haven't tasted it, so I have no idea what that tastes like.
You want me to give you a hint? Tastes freaking good. That's right. Man, it really does. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wish it was clear.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Well,
dude, that is really good.
Okay, that's the only keg I've got of that. I've got two more kegs of each one of these. Plus, I've got other stuff at the house. Yeah, last year I made 10 gallons. First year I made 5 gallons. Last year I made 10 gallons.
See, that's really good. I just don't like it nearly as much as that.
Yeah, I'm not sure why this is. I guess the ride over here
Mm-hmm.
stirred this way up.
Well, it's probably good it stirred it up, right?
Because you want all the. So what it is dead yeast and all that kind of crap.
I got you.
I mean, is it going to hurt you? No.
Mm-hmm. No. No, that's not for you. That's not a Carmen beer tap. Okay, that's not what it is. Yeah, sure it is, Chuck. It's right there. I can reach it. It's at Carmen level. She's not going to forget that, too. Every time she's going to come in the barn now, she's going to come over to these taps. Yeah. I might have to put something in front of them. But you're the good girl. You're the good girl.
For the next couple of days. Just come check it occasionally.
And just keep it down around 10.
Yeah, try to keep it down around.
What would cause it to creep up? That's crazy.
I don't know.
No, hey, I just said you were the good girl and didn't do that. What happened? What happened? All right, here we go again. It's not for you, Carmen. It's not for you, Carmen.
Yeah, I have to.
That's actually a really good idea.
I mean, say if you don't like it, just peel it off.
There you go.
Yeah, you can play with different grains. Will give you different flavors and all that specialty stuff. IPAs.
I do not like IPAs. I don't like
got
wheat
one
beers.
that you probably
really. And I wouldn't. I'm not saying I wouldn't try to drink it, but that and wheat beers, they're just too hoppy in most cases.
Well,
and I also may not know what I'm talking about.
Are you talking about the bitterness, or are you talking about?
I don't like the bitter bite. I like it to taste smooth and mellow. I don't know if that's right. Yeah, which is why, I mean, if you said, okay, if you walked in it could buy any beer in existence, I'll normally reach immediately for a Guinness.
Right.
If you said, well, we don't have Guinness, I will try to go to either a brown ale or something similar to Guinness, most likely first, or like a Smithwick's, or maybe even an Irish Red. But then when you get into on the other end of the spectrum, and that's when you lose me pretty quick.
Yeah, it just depends your flavors. I haven't found the perfect beer yet that I like.
You're still searching. I like that.
I'm still looking. Yeah.
Me too.
I'm still playing.
Me too.
That ought to get you at least for 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, hopefully a little bit longer than that. Yeah, so Oktoberfest is October 18th. So what is it? What is this? This is like the 11th, 12th. So we got a month till that. So I'll try to control myself between now and then. All right, cheers. Yeah?
Yeah, I plugged the paper towel in the bottom of that.
Okay, what about the beer?
Beer is delicious.
Okay, and that's alt beer. Okay.
Alt beer?
Alt beer. I don't. That's what Pete calls it. So, but he's going to make us a Christmas lager, I think, and then a pumpkin beer also, which will be awesome.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, Beer Keezer.